Kuzurika Kasikatame, so underhook, and going here. Other than this position in Kasikatame where we're using like the side of our rib and pushing off the ground to drive it, most of the effective pins for side control are going to be chest to chest and like very much inside control, like inside of the arm escape. So that's why it's very hard to escape from an underhook and head control here, whether you're using like a really deep kind of club position like this, cross facing driving, or you're just holding, because you're so deep in the arms. So if you allow somebody to get their arms anywhere here, whether it's here or on my shoulder, or like we talked about on biceps or side elbow, anything where you're just pushing, that's going to allow somebody to make space easily. The downside is the person doing that, if I'm leaning my weight and he's just kind of straight arm pushing against me, if I scoop it out of the way, it can become a risk for him. So we want to be able to extend as the bottom person and get space, but we don't want to overextend. As the top person, if you're going with somebody who's equal skill, equal size, and you start sparring from here, it should be very bad for the person here. It's only if this person is, maybe much more physically gifted or just a bigger weight class makes it hard, or they're much more skilled, and then it might not matter so much about size, that this person will repeatedly be able to escape. The most important thing as a top person is to keep the dominant position. So if I'm lifting this arm up to try and get really heavy, and he starts turning this way and moving really hard into me, as long as the position I am in is a dominant position, so mount here with a nice deep underhook on this side, or if he somehow gets an underhook and starts swimming this way, and I follow him right this way, and I end up here, that's good too. I'm still chest to chest pinning with nice head control. Or if he manages to just fucking bump me and make space and end up here, if I can keep me on belly and progress my way to the other side, as long as I can get and stay in that dominant position, that's the important thing. So sometimes I think when we're first learning jiu-jitsu, we get kind of fixated on like, oh, I got side control and then I got like bench pressed off, or I got rolled off, or the other person got their underhook. But it's not mandatory to be winning the match to try and, you don't have to keep this position and just hold and feel like you're in complete control the whole time. So try and think of it in the way that you're always at the same position or better, even if there's some movement involved. Okay? So the way for the bottom person to start making space, we talked about last time, is this elbow coming in, and this is a great frame because you're using your arm, but it's a short lever, and it's much harder for me to pull up here. It's not like a big straight arm that I can just bump out of the way. Okay, so even if I have head control, and then this one is going to be here. If he can get the underhook, of course he should always take it. But even if I have this underhook, if he's now changed his position and he's starting to lean into me, it's really not a great position for me. So that should be my cue to change. I'm losing control and I can't just use weight to close the distance. I would actually need to use a bit of strength. That should be my sign that it's a waste, it's a waste of energy at that point. So that's my cue that I need to adjust. So if I'm kind of cruising here and Phil's starting to do a big movement here, if I feel that I have to drive or move really quickly and explode, that's not ideal for me. So what I'm going to do is try to occupy this space. So I'm going to slide my knee in here. Now I can use my lower body and just try and stay on him and pull his upper body close to me. His only option is to either address that knee that came up, and then in that case I'm going to switch my hip and slide through. Or if this comes up and he still focuses on the upper body too much, then I'm going to lift and slide into the mount and stay heavy. Okay? So having just the right strategy as a top person will help you stay in place